Hi everyone, Jim here. My son and I just got back from the Equip Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. Let me tell you about it. The Equip Expo is a trade show for lawn care, landscaping, and hardscaping professions. They have professional equipment of all types, ranging from professional lawnmowers all the way up to backhoes and bulldozers. So it's a really cool show. We went there to take a look at, what type of things were happening in the lawn care industry, because that's what my son's business is. He does lawn care, hauling, snow plowing. And so we wanted to look, especially this year, at some of the snow plowing technologies, and because we're just getting into that. But we also wanted to look at mowers and things for next year, and also some other equipment that we could use. One of the things that we were looking at is a trailer replacement. So we wanted to look at the ramp rack that actually is like a full trailer that fits in the bed of a pickup truck. But other than that, it's just a really cool show. Every year we go, we check out all the stuff. In the past, Mercedes-Benz has put on entertainment at night. This year it was put on by Steel, and they had live acts both on Wednesday night and Thursday night when we were there. So we go there and we get a nice hotel, check out some of the breweries, see the entertainment, the show, everything. It's almost like a working holiday for us. We really have a good time. Now you might say, hey Jim, you're an IT guy, what are you doing going to a lawn care show? Well, as I mentioned, my son, that's his business, and we're kind of partners in these businesses. So, I work with him on a lot of the accounting and stuff on his business, and he helps me out with things on mine. So we kind of work together, and we've been partners ever since we owned a restaurant when he was 10. So it's just been kind of a part of our lives to be partners. So let me show you the show. As you walk down the corridor entrance, as you get into the showroom, you kind of go through these double doors, and all of a sudden you're just in this huge space with vendors all over the place. And you have just huge displays on one end. You'll have tractors, trucks, plowing equipment, all sorts of things inside. And then, you'll have the hardscape things at the other end. Even if you're not in the industry, there is a lot of cool things to look at when you're there. Now you give a pair of these to each of your employees, right? It's hearing protection.
The ones you're wearing are 120, and the other Pro wear one is 120. So there's a top four line. Right. That's fourth additional feature.
That doesn't seem like a good idea for you.
No.
Because you like to...
I ran these over.
One of the first booths that my son went to was the IsoTunes booth. He buys these headphones every year when he goes to the show because they usually have them for like 20% off. These are audio headphones, but they also provide hearing protection. So he'll buy these and he gives these to his guys to use when they're on the mowers or using the power equipment to protect their hearing. So they get to listen to music and protect their hearing. And he's used them for years. He loves them and ends up wearing them out or running them over, but he buys some every year.
Right at your target. And this is the difference, just so you get perspective. It's less than a 3-gallon backpack sprayer.
Okay.
It's only 4 or 5 pounds heavier than the other blowers that are out there. Okay. So on your back, it's very negligible.
Okay.
You're welcome to put it on your back if you want to, just to feel it.
One of the other displays that we walked by that was really cool was this blower that had twin nozzles on it, which was kind of a unique idea. I hadn't seen that before. Forrest tried it out to see what it was like and how it fit. It looked like cool technology. The one problem with it was that it was an Italian brand that didn't have any local dealers. And one of the things that we run into with equipment is, you can have the best brand in the world, but if you don't have local dealer support, they're not worth anything. You have to be able to get something serviced, and you can't have your equipment down for weeks at a time. So hopefully this brand will grow in the US, and we'll be able to see more of it in the future.
Yep, that's right. You want it right there, you lock it in place.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's awesome, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, please take advantage of our discount code. You're welcome to buy it now or buy it in the next couple days.
Okay, cool. I got you. Thank you.
Now the next display was really cool because it's actually a fertilizer company that brings in a caricature artist every year. And the last year when we went, we got our caricatures done, and it was kind of cool to go back this year and get them redone for 2022. Forrest, has kind of a unique look, and the guy was really excited to do his. One of our other stops this year was the Green Touch trailer accessory stand. And this is kind of cool because we're looking at buying this ramp rack, and my son wanted to buy all the accessories to go with it. So these are things that will hook onto a trailer, or in this case the ramp rack, and allow you to like hang your blowers and hang your weed whips, gas cans, all sorts of things. Everything's locked up and secure, and it frees up room inside the trailer so that you can fit more mowing equipment. One of the big things we really wanted to look at this year was the ramp rack. We've gone to the show now for 3 years in a row, and we've always seen this thing and thought it was really cool. It wasn't cheap. It was about $4,000 on a show special, but still it was a 20% off, so this was the time to buy it, and we finally decided we're going to pull the trigger and buy this. What this does is replaces a trailer. It fits a trailer inside the bed of a pickup truck, so you don't have to train your guys on how to back up a trailer and navigate busy streets and things like that. Now, one of the other booths we stopped at was the Equipment Defender booth. Like the Green Touch racks, the Equipment Defender does the same type of thing, and it's a system that my son already has on several of his other trailers. So we stopped there to pick up a few other items to add to the existing trailers. Now, one of the booths that we had to visit again this year was the Triple Crown booth, where we get our apparel from. My son started getting t-shirts and stuff last year for his mowing crew. This year he's doing snow plowing, so he wanted to add some safety jackets and hoodies for his plowing guys to be able to wear.
Sure, this would be more for you putting equipment that you need, that you want. So you can take it, leave it on the lawn, and you don't have to run back to the truck every time you turn around. Right. Oh my God, yeah. That's a small one. You get a bigger one if you get lots of stuff. Right. That's got more.
Another booth that my son visits every year is the Leaf Burrito booth. And what these are basically really heavy-duty tarps that you can rake leaves onto and then zip them up and drag them out of the lawn. He buys one every year, so he gets quite a collection of these. And as you buy more, you can zip them together and make bigger tarps out of it. So that's kind of cool.
They called the entire office is COVID. We're closed.
Mary, Forrest is going to order something.
Forrest always orders something.
And we'll get you, you're going to take that with you.
We'll take that with us.
Yes, sir.
Should have brought that the first day. You could use that to haul all your stuff.
All my stuff.
You have my sheet that I gave you earlier?
Now in the outdoor arena, everything is really cool. This is where the show really is fun. So as you can see here, these are hardscape competitions. They'll have a thing, and these guys will run around and actually have to build something in a timed event. Now this display here is the outdoor display for the ramp rack that we are buying this year, and this is the exact model that he wants to buy. So it's got all of the racks on it from Green Touch. It has the front shelf and the quick release extensions. So you put the trailer ramp down, and then there's a little crank that allows you to lift the rack off of the bed of the truck. Then you just drive away. It's a really cool system. So it was neat to see this outdoors and see it set up with mowers, exactly how we're going to use it.
Oh, that should be good, eh? That's exactly what you're gonna get.
Extra blower rack.
Hello. Going for a test drive?
Yes.
Okay, I need to see your driver's license. You got to get yours renewed in 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
It's already
Halloween.
renewed. It's on the.
It's in the mail.
It's in the mail.
It's in the works.
It is.
Enjoy your drive.
Thank you.
So on the JSV, this is the 3400 SD, so this is going to be a steel bed option. So this unit here is going to have a power dump bed that's going to come standard.
Oh, really?
We're also going to have power steering on this unit too as standard.
Oh.
The optional accessories we do show on this one today is going to have the front windshield and the roof. This is a 1000cc gasoline powered engine. It's liquid cooled. It's a 3-cylinder unit. It's going to put out 40 horsepower with a top speed of 35 miles per hour. Yep. So the Gravely JSV is abbreviations for job site vehicle. So this particular machine is designed for work. We want to haul heavy. We want to put heavy loads into the bed. We can handle that with this unit. So you'll notice on our front bumper, this is standard. This is a heavy-duty front bumper. We do have optional winch accessory that could be added. With the winch, it'll give you an option for a blade. There's also some snow plow blades that are electric over hydraulic if you are in a snow removal area. So there's a complete cab option that can be installed as well. That'll put you doors and a rear panel on there with an optional heater that can be added as well for those cold days. We do have a 2-inch receiver standard on the back and a large bed which can handle a full-size pallet. So you can put a bulk spreader back there that'll be like a half-yard capacity, or you can do a little tailgate spreader out of the 2-inch receiver as well. So, okay, Black, we'll go ahead and we'll get you in the seat. We'll get you fired up. We'll take a ride on the course. Put your foot on the brake there and go ahead and start it. We'll pull up to the stop sign there. All the way up to the high gear. Push it all the way up. One more. There you go. Yep.
There we go.
We'll go ahead and pull up here to the stop sign.
So the UTV driving experience was something that was new this year, and we decided to go and test out the Gravely since that's one of the mowers that we run. It was really cool, a nice little course. I thought Forrest and I were going to get to ride together, but the way the rules work, you have to ride with one of the representatives from the company. You get to drive though, so that's kind of fun. They had this little course set up with bumps in different areas, obstacles, and then they had a speedway in the back so you could open it up and see how fast the things go. Forrest went around the track first, seemed to have a really good time, so I went and did it myself. And these things are really fun to drive. These are the work models, so they don't have quite the performance of the sport utility versions, but they are much heavier duty for actually carrying loads and using them for landscaping. It was a really fun course, and we've been really looking forward to doing this.
Coming! Going!
Just on the outside of that one there. The white one. What'd you think?
That's cool. That's fun.
Good.
Yeah.
So going into the outdoors of this show is where things really get exciting. The inside is all, salespeople, and they're showing you products, and you can buy stuff, but the outside is the demo area where you can try everything out. And, I've tried to explain to friends of mine over the years how much fun this is, and most people look at me like, you're crazy, Jim, this doesn't sound like any fun. But a couple weeks ago, I was talking to a friend of mine at trivia one night, and he looks over and is like, wow, that's like Tonka trucks for adults. And that really is what this is. You can sit there and try lawnmowers, you can try bulldozers, backhoes, skid steers, they've got logging equipment, they've got obstacles to try out. This year we tried out the UTV course. In the past, we've tried out a lot of these equipment. This year we were kind of pressed for time. So this year we didn't get to do as much on the demo area as we would have done in the past. But we did get to get all of our business stuff accomplished, so that was really cool. After we got done doing the UTV course, we went down the main thoroughfare and started looking at the displays. And the first couple displays were actually radio-controlled mowing systems. One of them was almost looked like just a giant robot mower. The other one actually had a RC adapter on a standard mower. So it was one that you could ride or you could use radio control on. And I thought that was kind of cool. And in this area, you can see the earth movers, the backhoes, and the bulldozers being used. And you'll see that throughout the rest of this video, that they're just all over the place. Really fun to watch, really fun to try out. It's like playing with adult-sized Tonka trucks in your own sandbox. It's amazing how much they destroy this whole outdoor area, and then I'm sure they go in at the end and redo all the landscaping and lawn care and put grass seed back in. I thought these were really cool. This is something that Forrest said might be the size that he would use if he were to get more into the landscaping side. These stand-on earth movers really were kind of slick and something that he could carry in one of his trailers without having to get a lot more heavy-duty equipment.
What do you think?
That's pretty cool, man.
This is pretty cool stuff.
It's pretty cool stuff.
So,
A lot of
it's
stuff I
Tonka
don't
trucks.
need, but
Now this tool was really cool. So what it is it's a hoist that then you hook up 2 battery-powered drills to propel it around. So Forrest was looking at this and thinking this would be great for when he's doing his work with logs for firewood. You know, because oftentimes he'll have a 6-foot log that he could winch up and then just drive it around with 2 drills. It was about $4,000 for the cart, so definitely out of our price range for the use case that we would have. There's no money in firewood. And of course, we had to stop by the Bad Boy display. Forrest's first commercial mower that he bought brand new was a Bad Boy, and he's been using it for 3 years now, and hasn't given him any problems. It's a real heavy-duty machine, and really likes it. The other mower that he bought this year was a Gravely, because he wanted something that was 32 inches wide that would fit through gates into people's backyards. And Bad Boy didn't have one in that size, so he had to go with a different brand. Here you can see some of the big New Holland backhoes. I've never tried anything this big, so I think Forrest tried the Cats one year, but I don't think he's been on these. And this here is a dyno lift, which is a cool little device for working on trees or outdoor things. I'm scared of heights, and I don't think I could do that, but I'd rather do that than a ladder. This was kind of cool because in the past, steel is made primarily handheld things like chainsaws, weed whips, blowers, that type of stuff. This is the first time I've seen any of their commercial mowers. So it's a new market that they're entering, and I think they're also doing a lot with the electrification. That was a big thing with the mowers this year, is all of the companies now had at least one electric model, and you could see that's the direction they're going. There are some real advantages to having an electric mower, because then you have motors on each spindle instead of all the belts. So in the downtown area, they close off this street called 4th Street, and they call it 4th Street Live, and that's where the entertainment was. So they had bands every night. The first night was kind of a rock cover band. The second night was a national country music star. I don't remember his name. I'm not a country music fan, but that was definitely a popular night. Along 4th Street, they have all the bars and restaurants, and they have one brewery. So our first night there, we stopped at that brewery for dinner, had a really nice dinner, a couple of really good beers, and then listened to the music, then went back to our hotel. The second night when we were there, we went to the old spaghetti factory because we wanted chicken parmesan for dinner. That's Forrest's favorite food. The dinner wasn't great, but we found a small brewery right across the street that was perfect. It was just our style of brewery, you know, not quite as commercial, more of a, you know, a real brewer vibe to it. So we spent the evening there and had a great time. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit subscribe. I do all sorts of things, from adventures to product reviews to whatever you call this. And if you have any comments, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay.